movie business. I was like, okay, and I actually just I wasn't had anything really going on, and I took off, and with the money I had in my pocket, I think it was around like $400 or $500 at that time, and came up to LA and got a little job and started doing extra work and started going to workshops like stunt workshops for fighting. So I had to learn how to fight on camera because they say like martial artists are actually one of the worst people to learn fight choreography in Hollywood because they're trained to hit,
Hmm.
not miss. So I had to reprogram myself to miss. You didn't want to be working like with Brad Pitt or someone and just clock him in the face, or you'd be blacklisted, production would be over. So I had to retrain myself to act for the camera and miss. And so I did all these workshops and did a lot of extra work. But over time, I just worked my way up, and people were just like, "Hey, can you see a line before you get punched in the face, or can you deliver these lines?" And so I got more and more of that, and I started just getting acting work, and it was great. I loved it. I love the movie business. It's
Uh,
great.
That that is amazing as well too. And of course, how long do you think it took for you to just deliver a line and deliver like a karate kick or a chop or a punch and deliver a line and chop at the same time? How long did it take you to master that?
Oh, that's really, really hard. A lot of people think it's really easy, but because you're so concentrated in the movement, and doing your movement for the cameras, then you forget that you got to act on top of that and keep the emotional face going on so the camera can pick up the emotion on your face. And like a lot of people, they'll do their move and they'll have like this plain look on their face, but you got to sell the whole thing. You got to sell the reaction. You got to just get in there and just just really give it to the camera, what you're fighting, and also with your expression on your face, just sell the scene. And it took me a long time to get both of those down. I could act and I could fight, and then I learned stunt fighting, and then I had to merge those two together. So, I would say a couple of years to really, perfect it.
It sounds like the normal time for someone to do that, unlike, like say like with a Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris who can master it really quickly here. And of course, you're talking about the stunts you've been in. What are some of the movies that you're involved in, applying your acting with, delivering lines and delivering punches at the same time? What movies were you involved in?
Oh, okay. Well, TV shows, really, like you mentioned earlier, Comedy Bang Bang, IFC. It's on Netflix right now. So you look up Comedy Bang Bang. I was a part of season 3 and season 4. There, I played Reggie's double, like his twin, evil twin or something. Stealing his equipment. Throughout the show. That was fun. Also in the short film called Sky Callers, which I choreographed all the fight scenes in there. And then I did the fight choreography for a movie called which I worked with the actors to help sell the acting and the fights together, which was called Sleek. So those are just some. I can't remember all the movies I've been in. I got to check my own IMDb page. But those are just some that, you can just check, real quick, or, if you're on Netflix, go check it out, Comedy Bang Bang, season 3 and 4, and you can see a little bit of my work there,
That sounds amazing, too. And I forgot to ask as well, too, what type of martial arts were you studying at the time?
Oh, wow. I was doing Shaolin 5 Animal Styles, a Chinese martial arts called Wing Chun. That was actually put together by a woman like 400 years ago. And then, of course, Bruce Lee's martial arts, Jeet Kune Do. which I learned from Paul Vunek, a descendant along the lineage of Jeet Kune Do. But yeah, those are my main three. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing too, and I know you've been doing it for a while, and plus you also got into some other filmmaking as well too, and you also won quite a few awards too. You won Best Supporting Actor for Jamal at the Indie Fest Film Awards, and you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, that comes, getting into directing. That's a whole other story. Actually, I had a stroke back in 2014, where I just went to sleep. I was working on the TV show Comedy Bang Bang, and I went to sleep one night, woke up, had a stroke.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The left side of my body was paralyzed, and while I was recovering from the stroke, I wrote this film. With the right side of my body was still good on the right side. So, I would watch TV, watch a movie, a horror movie, and then I would watch like a romantic comedy, and so I just started writing, and I wrote my own film. It was a short. It's actually a pilot, The Ice Wolf Queen, because I wrote different episodes, and then I also wrote a feature script too. I had time. I was down for like 3 years trying to recover, and so when I got well enough, I wanted to put together this film, and I wanted to put together the pilot, which is 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute pilot, and then I directed it, I wrote it, I produced it, and when I was writing it, I would get stuck, and I brought in another good screenwriter. His name is Matt James Sheraton, and then he helped me write, and he helped me also, work with me, when I had trouble writing physically, he would write with me, and is a really good friend of mine. And then also when I started directing it, he would come on set, he co-directed with me because I was still recovering from the stroke. So we would be working like 10 to 16 hours, and the medication plus my body would just sore, because I'm coming off the couch after 3 years of just sitting.
Ooh.
So being on set for 10 and 15 hours, it really hit me. And one of my great friends, a great director, great writer, Matthew James Sheridan, come on set with me, and then he would co-direct when I couldn't do it anymore. And I would just have to take an hour break, and he would direct. And also when I'm doing my parts, because like I said, I wrote it, directed, and acted in it, and produced it. And so when I was also acting in it, he would be directing. And then when I would, need my medication or my medication would just get too much, he would, really good friend of mine, and he really helped me throughout the whole process on this film. But pretty much that's how I got into directing, The Ice Wolf Queen.
Wow, that is amazing. I don't know how many people can survive a stroke like that. Get up and write about The Ice Wolf Queen. We'll talk more about that. You're listening to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Evan Fine of the Senior Reserve Group. When you start thinking about retirement, who are you going to call about Medicare? Why call the best? Evan Fine of Senior Reserve Group, specializing in Medicare, health, and long-term care insurance. Evan can be reached at 1-800-650-9357. That's 1-800-650-9357, or email to evanfine@seniorreservegroup.com. Evan is licensed in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, South Carolina, and Florida. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can also check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and watch the interview on YouTube as well. We're here with actor and stuntman and martial arts specialist L.P. Green. talking about his career. Of course, he also talked about his surviving near death with having a stroke about a few years ago. He's been in IFC Comedy's Bang Bang Season 3 and 4. He also appeared in quite a few films, being in extras and everything else. And, of course, his mom was one of the singers for James Brown, Being on the Road, starting off in Southern Illinois, working away to San Diego, New York City. And he's also been involved in a number of film fests. And this one right here, he's been talking about for a long time, will be debuting Tuesday, March 26th, is the Ice Wolf Queen. So let's talk about the Ice Wolf Queen and what's it all about.
Well, it's Wednesday the 27th.
It is. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's we're going to screen it at the Chinese Theater Wednesday the 27th at the 12 o'clock block, which there's going to be like 4 or 5 other movies screening at that time. And there's just like shorts to pilots. So we're headlining at the Chinese Theater. It's going to be a red carpet event. Please come down. It's going to be, some A-list actors there. I'm not going to say their names just in case if they don't show up.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But they owe me favors.
But the ones that are definite, you can mention. But the ones you don't think so, you can, kick them out. Or maybe your good buddy Val Kilmer might show up. Who knows?
Yeah. You never know. But the cast will be there. We're going to be out there. And one of the things about this film that's great is my daughter. My daughter's in it. She did it when she was 3 years old, and she played 2 parts. This is a SAG, like professional, union film, and she killed it.
Nice.
Yeah, she played 2 parts. She's actually the Ice Wolf Queen. And I'm just really happy. Really happy about my daughter, and I just couldn't believe it, but she really gave a really good performance. She started acting at 3, and we shot it when she was 4. Okay, yeah, that's right. And I put her in acting. What was that?
And what was the genesis for you taking on this Ice Wolf Queen project? Just going from the beginning of it, and just maybe some challenges and also some processes and everything else like that. Since you're really a big advocate of the film, it's like how did this first all start together as the Ice Wolf Queen?
Well, it started like I said, I was on a couch, for 3 years. And, I kind of went through depression, being on the couch, going from, acting, then all of a sudden, working this great job on this television show, and then waking up one morning and having a stroke and being, I can't move my left side or can't walk, and so being on the couch for 3 years trying to rehab, I would see my friends on TV, I would just get depressed, because I wanted to work. I love films. I wanted to get back to it. I couldn't even walk my kids outside. I have my son Dakota and my daughter Winter. They're very young. My son is 3 now, and Winter is 5. And even walking them outside is hard now. If they run away from me, I can't catch them because I'm still learning how to run. I'm still learning how to walk properly, even now. And so how this came about was just, getting out of really depression. When I watch TV, I would get depressed. And so I'm like, I'm going to write my own film. I'm going to do it. And then I noticed, because I love horror. I love horror movies. And so it started coming out to be a horror. And one of the things I noticed about horror films were there were a lack of African-American children in horror films, which I know, okay, The Ring, I would see The Ring, I would see The Children of the Corn, but I was like, when was the last time I saw like a little African-American girl in a horror film playing a demon? Well, and I can't even think of one movie,
Right,
like,
exactly.
Wow.
Right.
I was like, wow. Like, think about it. Last time you've seen a horror movie that featured an African-American girl as playing a demon or a ghost,
Mm-hmm.
And None. So I was like, and my daughter always,